features Jeff Jarrett's challenge for Bound for Glory, plus Christian Cage live in the Impact Zone, and the LAX challenge AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels for the NWA Tag Team titles. Your 60-minute adrenaline rush is next. Franchise Naturals, Shane Douglas.
You've known me for a long time, and I ain't one to brag, and I hate to say I told you so, but TNA, I told you so. I told you, after you fans asked for it, that I would take the Naturals right back to the top of the mountain. Chase Stevens came out here representing his team, and he showed you that after months of training with the franchise, they know how to get the job done. Now I ask you fans, do you think it's time for the newly franchised Naturals to win the TNA Tag Team titles? No. I'm going to really hear it. Is it time for the newly franchised Naturals to win the Tag Team titles? You fans wanted it, and now you've got it. I give you the newly franchised Naturals, Chase Stevens, Andy Douglas, down the aisle.
Well, for once last week on Impact, the franchise Shane Douglas was certainly proud of his tag team because, Don, they are in line for a shot at the NWA World Tag Team Championship belt.
Well, we saw it last week, Mike. Chase Stevens was opportunistic when he grabbed the handcuffs right there that Wildcat had dropped, got the pin, and the big question was, how was the franchise going to feel about it? We saw how he felt. He was happy that his team has now made their way to be the #1 contender.
From Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Johnny Devine. From Detroit, Michigan, Alex Shelley. They are the Paparazzi.
Yes, it's Alex Shelley on the right, Johnny Devine on the left, the Paparazzi's tag team, and they just love to document all of their matches and often, Don, some of the outside the ring activity here in TNA as we see Devine setting up the video camera.
Well, Mike, you've got to wonder, though, how Alex Shelley is going to respond in this match after what happened at Hard Justice when Chris Sabin got the victory. But if you keep your eye on these guys, they're really starting to get a rhythm between the two of them, Mike.
We open Impact this week with tag team action. Shane Douglas's Naturals against the Paparazzis, and we want to remind you that TNA's Lockdown DVD. It's available now at all the usual retail outlets, as well as TNAWrestling.com, our website. What an incredible lineup at TNA's Lockdown. Every match contested inside the 6 sides of steel.
Mike, it has become the fastest-selling DVD in TNA history from the start. It's one you want to get to because it's selling out fast, but it is unbelievable action all inside the 6 sides of steel.
Naturals take it right to the Paparazzis here at the opening bell, but quickly the Paparazzis turn it around, but watch Stevens and Douglas double skin the cat.
Well, that's something that they wouldn't have done before the franchise had gotten a hold of them. They have so much more confidence, and look at that, the rhythm that they've got together. It reminds you of the Naturals of old when they were tag team champs.
Oh, and they send Alex Shelley out to the arena floor, and now Johnny Devine fired off into the ropes. Check this double team.
Oh, perfectly placed. Right into the knee right there, Mike.
We are going to take a quick commercial break. When we return to Impact, more of this tag team matchup. And welcome back, everyone, to our opening tag team matchup. It is the Paparazzis in control over the Naturals. Want to remind you that in the month of October, it's TNA's biggest pay-per-view event of the year, Bound for Glory, and we're headed to the Motor City.
Oh, and I'm telling you, you want to spend the entire weekend in Detroit, Michigan with us. The Saturday, the Sunday, it's going to be a fan fest. You're going to chance to meet your favorite TNA superstars. You don't want to miss out in the biggest weekend in TNA history.
It was certainly a different side of the franchise Shane Douglas that we witnessed last week on Impact when Chase Stevens gained his team an upcoming tag team title shot, but yet to come in this Impact broadcast, the NWA World Tag Team Championship belts, they're going to be on the line. It's the phenomenal AJ Styles, the Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels, to defend against Conan's Latin American exchange. Tonight, it's going to be LAX's specialty match, the Border Brawl.
Oh, who can remember that visual last week of Christopher Daniels and AJ Styles? Bloody messes right there in the middle of the ring. This rivalry has got more heat, I think, than any rivalry we've seen in a long, long time in the tag team division in TNA.
And what a great opportunity for LAX in this title matchup this week on Impact, because it seems like the matchup is in their favor. It's their rules. It's no disqualification. It's anything goes, like Conan said. LAX taking it back to their roots. Oh, Johnny Devine crashed and burned on the moonsault attempt.
Oh, he just... Nobody home right there on that somersault. As you can see, LAX right there. And obviously, Mike, they're working on their own agenda. I don't even think they're calling this match.
That's the key. Conan and Moody Jack Melendez at the Spanish broadcast table. I can tell you, I did a little investigative research. What they're talking about, not positive for TNA. Exactly what you said. More interested in getting their own agenda over than the product. Great back body drop by Chase Stevens.
As you can see, the paparazzis right here trying to get some momentum. And, oh, Chase Stevens hits him again right there with a flying forearm. I mean, think about this tag team division here right now, Mike. It used to be America's Most Wanted would dominate for the time, but with their communication problems, they seem to be out of the picture right now, as it's the Naturals and, of course, LAX and Daniels and Styles.
We're going to try to get to the bottom of that AMW situation. Jeremy Borash to talk with Chris Harris and James Storm after this matchup. Attempted the double team by the Naturals, and it just backfired. Hit attempt, Devine cover, and they got the 3 count. They got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your winners, the Paparazzi.
Alex Shelley right there, able to hit the leg, and Devine in the right place at the right time, and the Naturals that quickly have lost the match.
Well, just when it seemed like Shane Douglas's, and speak of the devil, here comes the franchise, just when it seemed like momentum was on their side, they're in line for a tag title shot, and they get knocked off here on Impact this week by Alex Shelley and Johnny Devine. The Paparazzis beat the Naturals. Wait a minute, let's eavesdrop on the franchise here if we can.
Yeah, now! What's that? Is that what I've been teaching you? You think you're championship material? You don't belong in this ring! You don't deserve a title shot! You ain't championship material! You're going right back to the bottom! And you will not put those boots or those tights on until I say you put the boots!
Did you hear that? You don't deserve a title shot. You're not championship material. You're going back to the bottom.
Obviously, they got a little too overconfident there, Mike, and the franchise is kicked off.
To the back, JB with America's Most Wanted and Gail Kim.